the set on Twilight?
Well, it's mostly...
There was a lot of fun. Oh, him.
I mean, we shot in all different locations. First movie we shot in Portland, Oregon. Second movie we shot in Vancouver. Third movie was Vancouver, and fourth movie was in Louisiana. So the house that you see in those movies was like a traveling house. They kept rebuilding it in different places. The first house was actually the real house, and then they used it. They kept building this house in different locations. But as far as filming, it's like every other set. So usually the actors get together, and then I say something, they say something, I say something, they say something, then they call cut, and that's the scene. But, I mean, as far as the other actors, because we did 5 movies together, it became like a family, and I love them to death. And then, like family, when they leave the house, you never see them again. But they still take my texts, and they'll always be family to me.
Speaking of Twilight, can you tell us the process that brought you to that? Did you seek the role, or did they come to you?
All right, you want the long story or the short story?
Right. We're here all weekend.
Okay. I'll tell you the long story. So they sent me they called me, they said, hey, do you want to be in a vampire movie? And I said no. Because I was thinking like Bela Lugosi and like some like blood and gore and guts. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I didn't really, that's not what I wanted to do. So they said, no, it's based on these books, and they sent me the book, and I thought, wow, it's a beautiful love story with a vampire backdrop, and the romantic in me was like, I'd like to do this. So I went in and I read for it with Catherine Hardwicke, which was a fantastic process because Catherine actually read with me, and we read this scene where I'm hovered over Bella at the end of the first movie, and I'm like, have my hand on her thigh. I'm trying to stop the blood. So Catherine was laying on the floor, and I have my hand on her thigh, crouched down on top of her. And I was like, if someone walks in the room right now, this is going to look really bad. But anyway, I guess I massaged her thigh well enough where she said, I like this guy. But it came down to like me and like 3 other actors, and I didn't get the role. And I kept calling my agent and said, hey, what's going on with Twilight? They said, no, they offered it to someone else because they wanted the character to look older than me. So they went with an actor that was like 10 years older than me. Are you bored yet? All right, I'll speed it up. So I was really bummed, and I went on another audition, and I'm sitting in the waiting room, and there's a book that said 50 years of vampire making through Hollywood, and it was like all these great vampire movies, and I thought, wow, the universe is rubbing it in that I didn't get this movie. So I took down the name of the book, and I sent it to Catherine, a copy of this book, and I said, hey, sorry it didn't work out, I hope you make a great vampire movie, and I hope we get to work on something in the future. And the other actor, I guess, fell out because he was asking for a lot of money, or maybe he was busy on another project. And Catherine, they said, who do you want to go to next? And Catherine had just gotten my book that day.
Wow.
And she said, well, how about Peter Facinelli? He gives good thigh rubs. And he sent me a book. So I always joke with Catherine that I bought my role for $29.99.